Exactly opposite of what it needs to be. Oh. Where's a good job? I wonder if that'll make any difference at all. Doesn't really look like it. Anywho, it's Friday night, week 5. Yeah, 5. Tomorrow evening will mark exactly 5 weeks. Yeah, got a decent bit of stuff done, even though it's been off and on, kind of raining all day. Huh. Well, I wash out even more. What is that? Right. I disappeared even more. Anyways, it's been not really raining, sprinkling off and on all day. What is that? Oh, it's the, okay. Messing with me, are you? It's an indicator on the friggin' screen, but from where I was sitting, it looked like a reflection or some kind of light shining onto the camera lens. I was like, what is causing that? Anyways, so yeah, it's sprinkled off and on all day long. I don't know, I've collected maybe 3-4 gallons of rainwater. Not nearly as much as I'd like, but what can you do? You know, it's nature. set up my experiment with my pup tent. Unfortunately, didn't get it on video, just to show you what the concept is. Oh, I didn't plan on showing you me setting it up because it's an experiment, so that could have been a really long, boring video of me tightening and loosening and changing and modifying and blah blah blah, you know. So I didn't record that, and by the time I was mostly happy with the way it is, yeah, again, it's more of a see how I want to do it and proof of concept. It won't be sitting in a spot like where I've got it now. So tomorrow I'll put it on film before I break it down, just to show you. But yeah, it got dark, too dark to film. This camera hates the dark. This is going to come out terrible. I can already tell you can't really see me. What are you going to do? You got to work with the lighting you got. I got this thing that keeps kicking on. That's one of those Lighton, L-I-T-O-N, Lighton. 24 LED motion detector, light detector, security lights. Got the 3 settings, you know. Motion detector comes on when it detects motion, of course, at the brightest setting, and then the light detector, which it comes on when it gets to dark enough, on its lowest power setting. And then there's the light detector that comes on at the lowest setting, but also the motion detector is activated, and so it will kick on bright mode if it, you know, it's in low light mode until it detects motion, and then boom, it brightens right up. And it works great. It's an awesome little light. God, I don't remember what I paid for them. I think it was under 30 bucks for the 2 of them, if I remember right. And it was worth every penny, as far as I'm concerned. I mentioned in another video, I brought them up last year and used them for the full 2.5, 3 months I was here last year. And then left them here. I left one inside and one hanging on the outside of the camper, and they both worked fine and dandy the day I got here. I forgot about the one on the camper I mentioned also in the other video. And it just kicked on that evening, and I was like, oh, holy crap, that thing still works, you know? Because I wasn't sure. You never know with a semi-cheap Amazon product. So, yeah, real happy with those. I used one as on the light sensor low setting as kind of my not doing much in the camper, just want enough ambient light to, you know, see what I'm doing. I can't, you know, I can read by it if I'm sitting with my back to it, like I am right now with this one, no problem. But if I'm sitting facing it, I'm not going to get enough, you know, light because it's more directed. But it works fine for just giving me, you know, I mean, enough light to piddle around with stuff, make dinner or whatever, you know. And the outside one just, you know, I come out to do something, and you know, there's 2 steps. Well, technically, I guess 3, counting the actual step into the camper. And by the time I hit the bottom step, this thing kicks on. So I can walk out here at midnight, and 2 steps out the door, I got light. And technically, I mean, it's got a pretty good radius of light it puts out. The way I've got the tarp is cutting down on that to a bit. Yeah, because I've got the tarp coming kind of almost teepee-like on one end, and yeah, it's attached to the camper, and I brought it down the side of the camper because I didn't want to take it too far that direction, because I wanted to leave my rain barrel, which isn't gonna move because it's got 20 gallons of water, and it had more in it. I've been using it. So I didn't want to put the tarp over the rain barrel. You know, I mean, it doesn't necessarily catch a whole lot just sitting there like it is, but some's better than none. So the tarp didn't work out quite how I would have liked it to. And I had it set up differently, and the wind friggin' just went nuts one night. Popped a couple of grommets, so I had to redo everything and batten down the hatches a bit more to make it able to withstand the damn wind up here. Which, what are you gonna do, you know? I know it's windy. I try to, you know, come up with a concept that I think will handle the wind, then the wind friggin' changes direction and increases its speed by 10 to 15 miles an hour and says, nope, your design sucks. So I had to revamp things. But, you know, that's part of the fun of it, right? It'll be interesting to see what happens to my pup tent setup if the wind decides to get crazy again tonight. Because like I said, the concept is meant to be more in between a few trees. Technically, I'm using a center pole to hold up the middle of what I've got going on. And preferably, I'd rather have it tied up instead of posted up. So, yeah, it needs to be under a couple trees. Or between a couple trees type thing. So I can have a line and tie the peak